Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Recluse. This is Ryan, I'll be your host, and today we are talking about. You know what? I wanted to just give some. Want to give some tips on just being homeless. I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know. I've been on and off of homelessness a lot over my lifetime, to the point to where I just like deal with it, you know. But I deal with it in a different way than most. Like I think the hardest part for me about being homeless is just being alone a lot, you know, because I found that when you're homeless and I don't know, it's so weird. It's like when you're trying to do better, people don't really care about you. Cause, and the reason I say is because, you know, even growing up, like having friends and roommates and stuff like that, I've always noticed that people look out for they they look out more so for the homeless people that really don't want to do any better with their lives and stuff like that. And with people who do, they just constantly put them down in ways and sort of tell them that they're nothing, or treat them like nothing. I don't know. Or maybe that's just my experience. I don't know. But I just, you know, for anybody out there who is in this type of situation and just thinks it's the end of the world, just a few tips that I've used in my own life to sort of keep myself above water and stuff like that. So tip number one, my main tip, my first tip ever, and I know I'm not doing it right now. Tomorrow, you're gonna see a whole different face because I need to shave. Probably gonna cut my hair. I do everything myself. So I mean everybody shaves themselves, but I cut my own hair. I have my clippers in the other room here. But I always tell people to, like, my main tip that I always tell people is to sort of keep your like take care of yourself first, you know, because that's one thing I always notice about a lot of homeless people is like they let their clothes go to shit. They don't really take care of their hygiene. Me, I brush my teeth every day. I wash up every day, depending on if I'm using a friend's shower or if I have to do a bum bath. And what a bum bath is, if you don't know, you're gonna know. So a bum bath is where you wash the main parts of your body, you know, in like a sink, usually a sink, like if you can get to a public bath restroom or something. But don't be a dick, and, you know, always clean up after yourself. That's one thing I always say, no matter where you're at, always clean up after yourself. Because that's the thing that fucks it up for people. That is honestly what fucks it up for people. Is people pissing everywhere, fucking going into a bathroom and just fucking paper towels all over the place and water all over the place and dirt and just nastiness everywhere. Like, that's why no one wants fucking homeless people in their establishments, is because they're so disrespectful. I'm sorry to say, but homeless people are fucking disrespectful. Like, if you want people to feel sorry for you, stop being a dick. Like it's as simple as that. Stop being a dick, okay? If you're gonna use this establishment to clean up, wash up, or whatever, or even sleep, don't be a dick. Like, clean up after yourself. If you're gonna, you know, eat at the place, you know, pick up your trash, throw it away. If you need to use the bathroom, go outside real quick. Take a piss. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to piss in a corner. Like, come on. That's so fucking disgusting. It's nasty. It 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 makes every homeless person just look bad. You know, and you know, like, when I get a little money, what I do is I'll go to the store. I'll pick up a little thing of laundry detergent. I'll, you know, get my essentials. You know, shaving cream, soap if I need it, toothpaste if I need it, new toothbrushes. Always take care of your hygiene first. That is number one. Seriously, I've been homeless for about 3 months now. 3 months. And not a single person that I run into on the street, get into conversation with, talk to, take a lift somewhere, no one would ever guess I'm homeless. Not a single person. Actually, most people, when it finally comes up in conversation, and I don't just go out there and tell people, oh yeah, I'm homeless, because I don't like people knowing I'm homeless. You know, I mean, you guys are going to get to know me, so that's why I just put it out there, because fuck it. You guys are going to be asking me, what the fuck are all these modems behind me any fucking way, so I might as well tell you, right? It's about respecting yourself, and if you respect yourself, other people will give you respect. This is the thing. Like, I've gotten job offers, I've actually, I'm talking to a guy right now about him inviting me into the Freemasons. And first we got into a conversation about the Freemasons because I noticed his hat, the insignia on his hat, and after that we started talking and everything, and he really loved the way I talked and how much information I knew about the Freemasons, because I've been offered to be in the Freemasons before when I was younger, before I knew anything about it, and I kind of thought that they were like an evil organization, so I didn't join because I thought it was like, you know, like the conspiracy theory bullshit that everybody talks about, you know. So I didn't join it, and I really regret it. Honestly, to this day, I regret not joining the Freemasons, but I have another chance to, and I'm going to take this chance this time. Homeless or not, I'm taking this chance because this can really change my life. But it's if, you have to take the step to do it. You have to, and I'm doing the research right now. I have a guy, I have his number and everything, and I made sure I texted him and made sure he knew it was me and locked my number in. But I pretty much got this offer because of how I hold myself up. Like, when I told him I was homeless, he damn near did a spit gag while we were at the bar. It was like, we were just talking, and we were going back and forth about the Freemason stuff, and how it's like a brotherhood, and they watch out for each other, and it's you have to know a lot about arithmetic and geometry and stuff like that. And he asked me, so where do you work? I said, I just lost my job. He said, oh, wow, where do you live? I said, well, I'm homeless right now. And he was like, what? And I'm like, I'm homeless. And he just, like, he couldn't fathom it. He literally, like, got up. He was like, I'll be right back. He left. He went and had a cigarette. And he came back and sat down and was like, where do you live? I was like, I'm homeless right now. And he was like you're couch jumping, and like friends' houses. I'm like, no, because I'm the type of person actually that's probably why I don't have any friends anymore, is because I become a recluse, and hence the name. I become a recluse when I become homeless or I'm in a bad place. I don't like to burden people, so I go into my own shell, and that's honestly how I've lost a lot of friends, and lost contact with people. But he would not have ever. He almost didn't believe it. I had to keep on telling him, and he kept on telling me it was bullshit. He thought I was lying to him. I mean, he probably didn't think I was lying to him, but just like he, in a joking way, was just like, no. Where do you live? Where do you live? Because he could not fathom that I was homeless, and it's because of the way that I hold myself up. Like, when I walk down the street, I walk with confidence. When, and I've done homeless things, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't gotten to the point to, like, pull trash out of a trash can and shit like that when I'm really hungry. I've not gotten to that point, and I don't want to ever get to that point, okay? But I've done things where, I'm a cigarette smoker, so yes, I've fucking pulled cigarette butts out of ashtrays and shit like that. But I always burn the tip and shit like that. I don't know if it works, but that's like a high school mentality, like, that kills the germs. It kills the germs. But when you need a fucking smoke, you need a fucking smoke, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure not like every person out there has like some type of gonorrhea or syphilis or herpes or some shit. So, and I have never had those things, so I'm pretty fucking safe so far. Um, but like, and I've slept outside. I've had to sleep in like little corridors of buildings, and not like inside, but like a indented door, however you would say, like when you see those like the concrete or the steel doors that are pushed back a bit. I've had to like go into those little cubbies and shit like that and sleep and stuff from time to time. Like right now, I feel like I'm probably one of the luckiest homeless people in the world due to my situation and where I'm at right now. Like I'm in a place where if I was to get caught, I'd probably like get kicked out and or go to jail for trespassing or whatever. But until that day comes, I I make sure I am respectful of the place, and like even here, and I make sure I keep the place clean. Actually, when I moved into this room, the modem room, I emptied the whole room out. I swept it. I dusted everything off and cleaned it up, and now it's like literally in my room. And I'd wake up every morning. I organize all my stuff. I make my bed. I take all this stuff down. That's why it's all in a different place again. Like I had it where I set it up like just right the first couple times, and then like this time I could not remember how the hell I had it the last time. But I always take them down because I don't want to leave and like start a fire, because that would be fucking horrible. So, I organize everything and take everything down, and stuff like that. And I make my bed, my air bed. I have an air bed sitting right over here. I don't want to move anything. I would show you. But I got an air bed over here, and every morning I wake up, I make my bed. I make my bed. I have a prayer mat that I pray every night before I go to sleep. Um, I go up to the second floor in the vacant offices. During the night, actually, after this video, and I've been trying to discipline myself to stick to working out more. So every night I go up there and I work out, do a couple push-ups, some crunches, some sit-ups. I think that's the same thing. Some pull-ups, just anything to get my body active, because I'm trying to get over a sickness I've been dealing with for years. And I think the best way to do that is to exercise and get my health back in order. So I just started taking multivitamins. I started doing protein shakes. I just started a raw meat diet. So actually, I got some raw meat tonight, but I don't have the seasoning to season it. I have some seasonings, but there's a special oil base that I use from the like a la carte, the salad bar that they have at Cub Foods. I use some of the oil from the olives, and it's like an olive, feta cheese, and like a Thai pepper. But I just use the oil. I don't use any of that shit. I just dip a bowl in there to get the oil and pour it into another bowl. And I put the raw meat in there, add a little spice like some thyme, some sea salt, a little bit of black peppercorn medley, or peppercorn medley, should I say, red peppercorn, black peppercorn, white peppercorn. And I mix all that stuff up, some dill weed, mix all that up, and I eat it raw. But I only do that like I'm trying to stick to an actual raw meat once or twice a week, like, and then every now and then I'll cook it just a little bit, just to sear it a little bit. But so far, eating it raw, like literally raw, has been working a lot. It's been making me feel a lot better. I have a lot more energy, everything like that. I might even eat some of the raw meat that I have tonight and just mix it with the thyme and the dill weed and stuff without the oil. But I do have some a little vial of olive oil that I carry on me that I use to clean out the ears there's a little tip for you. You ever have wax build up in your ears? You can either take a cotton swab, dip it in some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Don't go cheap. Don't cheat yourself. Extra virgin olive oil. Dip it in that. Dip it with a cotton swab and just go around the outside of your ear. And just let it get in there. Or you can drip a little in a cap and pour it into your ear, or like one of those little drip things, the drippy things. I don't know what the fuck they're called, the thingies. Use one of those. Drip a little bit in your ear, and that'll clean out the wax of your ear. And I try to maintain my health, maintain my body. I pluck my nose hairs, cut my nose hairs. I, make sure I shave my teeth. Look, these pearly motherfuckers. Like, these some white ass teeth. Look at that. I ain't missing not a one. It looks like it. I just got gaps. They're just gaps. Just gaps. But I ain't missing none of them. All them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. I floss. I brush my teeth every day. Every single day. When I wake up, first thing I do is grab my toothbrush and my toothpaste. First thing. You have to do these things. Once you start letting yourself become homeless, and I say that because I'm already homeless, but I haven't become homeless. You know what I mean? It's a hard thing to try to explain to people, and that's why I'm not in a downtrodden state about this, and I'm so comfortable with talking about it. At first I wasn't comfortable talking about it, but once I started to realize that, and I get so many compliments about my homelessness, friends tell me they respect me for being able to deal with this shit, and I'm not sure if that's a compliment or them just saying I'm glad I'm not you. But either way, for me, it's a bit of a compliment because it tells me that I'm doing something right. If people can look at me and be like, man, if I was in your position, I don't think I could do it. Because the thing is when people hit any amount of struggle that they can't handle, they tend to just give up, and they just curl up in a ball. I get depressed all the time. All the time I get depressed. My second video for this channel, I almost didn't make it. I laid in bed that entire day. I was supposed to go and take a DNA test for my 4-year-old son, who I hope is mine. I actually just went and took the DNA test today. I hope he's mine, but that's a whole different story. That could be probably for another video. It's a whole story behind that. So I hope he's mine, but even if he's not, he's still mine. He's still been my boy for the past 4 years. But, before I made my second video for this channel, I think I made it at maybe about 3 o'clock in the morning is when I made it, because I literally laid in bed all day because I was so depressed. And I just, and when you fall into depression, I'm still depressed now. I can't say that I'm not depressed. I know it's going to hit me again. But at this point, I can, I did enough today, and I did enough yesterday where I was proud of what I accomplished, and that's another thing. That's probably tip number 2, is accomplish something every day. Every single day, go out of your way to try to do something, no matter how big or small it is. And a friend of mine today really got me thinking, or not today, but yesterday, should I say. A friend of mine got me really thinking. I was telling him I'm working on a novel. I told him that I'm working on this YouTube channel. I'm trying to figure out how to start a podcast. I am so, I'm new to all this stuff. I was a gamer growing up, but I didn't really get into PCs. I was always on PlayStation. And I was never really a techie person. Like, I'm a techie person. I have a lot of tech. I know how to use things that most people don't know that they could do. But I don't know how to do a lot of things that people know how to do. It's so fucking weird. Like, when people see me typing on my phone, on my cell phone, I have a little Bluetooth mouse for it and a Bluetooth keyboard. I mean, I know people who, like, know how to build computers. And they see me typing on my phone, and they're just like, oh my god! How are you doing that? Ah! And it's like the funniest thing to me, like, dude, you build PCs. How is this, like, new to you? But I don't know shit about building a PC. Like, you show me any part of a PC, and I'm just like, yep, that's a motherboard. And they're like, no, that's a CPU. Show me another part, that's a motherboard. Like, everything is just a motherboard to me. That's about it. Everything is just a motherboard. I think I know what graphics cards look like. They have the fans on them, I think. Don't quote me on this. But what I'm saying is like, you have to accomplish something. And that's another, and tip, actually this will go with tip number 2, is if you are a drinker, if you are a smoker, whatever your drug of choice is. Because me, I do a lot of different drugs. Not all the time. I mean, my main drug is weed. I dabble in meth every now and then. I dabble in cocaine every now and then. Opium every now and then. Well, opium, that's really hard to find, and I don't do pills, so no opioids for me. If I can find real tar-based opium, like the real fucking opium, and then I'll put some of that on a joint, but I haven't had any of that since I was like fucking 15 years old. But all I'm saying is throughout my day, I have to accomplish something in order to feel good about having a beer. Because I don't drink hard liquor anymore. I drink beer, but I don't drink hard liquor anymore. Quit 4 years ago. You know, no meetings, no type of interventions. I just woke up St. Patrick's Day 4 years ago and was like, you know, I'm done. Didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day. And total coincidence, actually, my son was born that same night that I quit drinking hard alcohol. And that's probably what kept me from drinking ever since. And even with beer, I don't really drink. I can grab a 12-pack of beer, and I will have that 12-pack for like a week or two. You know, because I'll have like a beer after I get off of work or something, or after I get back from my day and have done so much that I feel like I can relax and sit back and have a beer. Like today, I put out my video earlier. I worked on a bit of my novel. I did some surveys to try to get in this focus group, and I got accepted in one, so I did a survey on the phone today when they called me back after the online survey. So next Wednesday I'll be going to do one of those, and for like $150 for a 90-minute survey, which is great. You know, it's a good way to make money on the side, you know, until I can find another job. And then after that I went to my friend's house, and I felt like I did, you know, I did stuff, and we smoked and everything, and then he went to work and dropped me off, and I went home, and, you know, and then I pretty much got into what I needed to do. I came in, I started to sort of think about, like how am I going to structure these videos, what type of video am I going to do tonight, and it was really a toss-up tonight, because I was actually thinking about looking up the evolution of the seahorse from yesterday's video. Like, that's really got me, and I want to see, like, if there was an evolutionary process to how the seahorse sort of evolved over time, and changed its way of its way of thinking and adapting. But I think, again, I'm going to make that video. So trust, you're gonna get a video about seahorses one of these days, because that has fucking piqued my interest so bad since I was talking about that. Excuse me. Jeez, I just got done eating too. And that's another thing. Tip number fucking 3. Take care of your fucking, like, your priorities come before anything else. You know how I learned this? When I was 15 years old. This is how I started prioritizing other things over drugs and over alcohol. I was 15 years old, walking down the street, and this is back in the cities before people knew what nugs were. Well, what used to be called nugs, which is now called loud. Loud, let me get that loud. I hate that word. But, when it was nugs, what it should be called, I was walking down the street, or when it was just Reggie, actually. Regular weed. Some of you younger kids probably don't even know what regular weed is. You'll probably never know what it is in your life, because nobody has it anymore. Nobody even, like, you even say Reggie around somebody, and you're pretty much banished from all social gatherings. But I was 15. I have $5 on me. Okay, I have $5. Jesus, I'm getting a zit. I need to take care of that. Is this what I mean? Like, my face is greasy. I think I fucking touched my face after I had some chips earlier. Anyway, getting off subject. Anyway, so I was 15 years old. I had $5 on me. I was hungry as shit. But at this point, this was like maybe 3 years after I started smoking weed. So, and when you're a kid and you smoke weed, it was either you're smoking at your friend's house who already had some weed, or you and your friends are like running around all day, and sometimes missions would take like fucking 10 to like 15 hours to find some bud, because one, nobody wants to sell to a fucking kid, and two, nobody wants to sell to a fucking kid. So it was really hard to find weed back then. But anyway, I digress again. And but I was walking down the street. I had $5 on me, and I was like, I can go to my friend's house and grab a nickel sack, and a nick will get you at least like 2 joints out of it. Or I could go down to this Burger King down the street and buy some food. And my dumbass decided to go get some weed. And lo and behold, none of my friends, or my friend's house who I was at, didn't have no fucking food in the fridge. I think he had like some crackers or something. But yeah, I was just hungry for the rest of the fucking day. And I told myself I would never, ever do that again. Like, I could not get home soon enough because I was so fucking hungry, but I hated being home. So I sat there and I was just hungry just so I can just chill with my friend and not have to go home, because I knew if I went home, I would probably get into an argument with my brothers, or fucking my mom would come yelling at me for some fucking dumbass reason, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I dealt with being hungry as shit just at my friend's house dreaming of food. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like, you have to put your priorities first. Like, and I see homeless people all the time get money and stuff like that. But then, like, and that's another thing too. Like, I'm homeless, but I don't accept homelessness. Like, yes, I'm homeless. Yeah, I'm living in this place, blah, blah, blah. But I think when I say accepting homeless, I mean to the point of like panhandling, fucking carrying all your belongings in like a shopping cart and shit like that. Like me, I have a lot of stuff, but I just put it in different places and hide it throughout the city. Like, I have shit hidden everywhere. Like, and stuff that's still there. It's been there for like months. Like, in different places. Like, some stuff in Minneapolis, some stuff in St. Paul, some stuff in like fucking, like, I don't know, Maplewood, shit like that, you know? Like, just in hidden little cul-de-sacs and areas that I know that nobody's gonna fuck with or nobody's gonna touch anytime soon. And I just have things that are hidden around. I refuse to like be carrying big ass bags. I actually did one time when I first was about to become homeless this time, I went and bought a 36, what was it, 36 gallon bag or something like that. It was like a big ass duffel bag that had wheels on it. And I had everything I needed. I had my towels, I had my blankets and pillow. I had like probably about 3 or 4 different changes of clothes. Um, from clothes I could use for like manual labor to clothes for interviewing to clothes for my security job. Um, I had a portable oven or portable stove, should I say? I had dishes. I had fucking pots and pans, little mini pots and pans that because I like little mini shit. I like little small things, and my old roommate, she liked really little small things too. And so we would buy each other little tiny, but she liked little miniature things. I liked little things that were like not miniature, but smaller to where I could still use them. So she found like a small fucking dish set or cookware set at a Goodwill one day and came home as like a joke. It was just like, here. And I actually started using them. Like it was a little wok and a fucking pan and you know, all the shit. And I actually started using them and cooking with them and stuff like that. And you know, you kind of prioritize shit. You have to put your like I can't being in my situation. I can't like I feel like when you just go to a bus stop and sit there and drink all day and smoke all day and like what are you looking forward to? Like you have to have some type of want to succeed. I guess some people don't. Some people just they're content with where they're at. I'm not. I want to succeed in something. I want to succeed. Like and I will fucking try my hardest until I do. I will keep on trial and erroring it until I succeed in something. That's why I'm trying to write this novel. And I actually think this novel can be my success because it's really coming out very good. I keep on reading it back of what I've written out and it's coming out really good so far. It's just I have to finish it. And just like my friend said to me today, he said, "What do you have fucking finished?" Because I was telling him about everything. He said, "So what have you finished?" I was like, "Well, I got my channel started, and I'm trying to start the podcast, and you know, I started my novel, and I just wrote out the chapter structure of it, the book structure, and everything like that." It's like, yeah, but what do you have finished? What have you done? What can you put down in front of me right now and say this is done? And that really got me thinking. Like, I need to put myself in gear. I need to become my own boss. Like I've always hated people telling me what to do and authority and you know bosses and everything like that. Like I usually, even with work, I end up becoming like my boss. Like I have bosses that I answer to for certain things, but at the same time I start to make my own rules because I'm a good worker for one, and they can see that, so it gives me reign to sort of bend rules a little bit and do things how I want to do them, and they have enough confidence in me that they can like look over it. They can say, okay, he's doing what he needs to do, blah blah blah. This one was the reason I got fired is because it was nothing I could do. And the client was pissed off, and you know, whatever. You know, if maybe if I could have like talked to him and told him my situation, because that's the thing when you work security, especially that contract, half the time you don't meet these people. You don't meet who you're working for. You're working in their building and you've never fucking met them in your life. Like I've worked places doing security where I've worked there for years, and not once had I met the client of the place that I was working for. I met all their employees, things like that, but I never, not once met the client, and would just always hear from the client like, like bitching about this or complaining about this and shit like that, but like I've never met them face to face. They've never come to me and talked to me about anything that has pissed them off or nothing like that. So it's whatever. Oh man. So okay, let me break this down real quick. So this is what I tell people. All right, number one, when you're homeless. Number one, even if you have really no outlook of getting a place, because I really don't. Like, I get hit with child support really bad. Um, I have really bad health issues that I'm trying to take care of now, but I get really lightheaded. I get fatigued very easily, and it's like a gastrointestinal problem that I have to deal with. And I think it comes from malnourishment and shit, from not getting the right type of vitamins and minerals and shit like that. Um, but uh, when you kind of have to set goals for yourself, and then plus being homeless, you have to think you have so much fucking time. You have so much time on your hands. And I have to discipline myself with this every day. I literally was just watching YouTube and I had to turn that shit off and be like, make a video, Ryan. Make a video, Ryan. You need to put a video out. Stop bullshitting. Make a video. So that's what I'm doing. If you're still with me, thank you. But here's my things. Okay, so you need to pretty much have a goal every single day. Not like a goal like oh yeah, I'm gonna get a house one day, so I'm gonna just work toward that house. Like, yeah, that's good. Yes, work toward that house. Yes, but when you're homeless, you're not just gonna go and just start working and be able to save up and get a fucking house, because you have to take care of yourself. Like, I gotta shave, I gotta fucking bathe, and even before, actually, I need to go and do it again. But I need to go get a membership to like the YMCA or something, because that's another good way of taking care of yourself. I used to have a membership when I was with my ex. Well, she did, and then I was just her guest and everything. But I need to go get my own membership, because that's another way, you know. And I can go work out at the Y and then take a shower and stuff like that. Or I could just go there and take a shower. Like, I don't even have to go do anything else. I have my membership, go in there, go take a shower, clean up, and then be on my way. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about these things. Okay, number two, I always tell people, like, always buy interview clothes. I mean, some nice shoes, a nice pair of slacks, a nice dress shirt, a tie if you need it. Just, you need clothes to go interview in. Like, I hear homeless people all the time, and I have homeless kids all the time. Even before I was homeless, I'd be on the bus and shit, and I'd have like some kid, pants are all fucking dirty as fuck, sagging, fucking ripped up, ass hanging out, fucking boxers hanging out and shit, fucked up ass hoodie and stuff. Like my shit is clean. You see this? Clean. And y'all seen me in this shit for like the past week. You best believe this shit gets washed on the daily. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Before I go to bed, I go wash my shit, hang it up. It dries throughout the day. And I got a fucking fan up here that comes down the room, and I have it on cool because this bitch gets hot as hell, and if I didn't, I'd probably die in here or fucking heat stroke. So I fucking, put my shit under there, let it fucking dry out, and go to sleep. By the time I fucking, get up to start my day, all my shit's dried out, boom, and then I have other things that I can put on in case this stuff isn't dry, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep yourself clean. It does not take that much to wash your clothes. Like, seriously, find a sink somewhere. Wash your shit real quick, wring the shit out, fucking actually want another thing I need to get. Actually, I saw it on Amazon. So like clothesline thing that you can take and fucking clip on the walls and shit like that and hang your clothes. I need to get one of those because it's smart. It's smart. You have to think. You have to think. Think about your life. Think about where you want to go in life. Think about, like, I could not, like, if I'm still here at 40, I'll kill myself. Fuck it. It's over. I'm done. I can't do it. Like, I refuse to be in this same position if I hit 40 years old. If I hit 40 and I still have nothing to show for it, and I still have not fucking figured shit out or tried to do anything or tried or even just tried, it ain't for me. Life ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta fucking depend on yourself. Like, you are your own worst enemy. You are literally your own worst enemy. You're the person who tells yourself that you can't do something. You're the person who stops yourself from taking opportunities. You're the person who keeps you down. You know what I mean? Everybody says they need somebody, a support system and shit like that. You are your support system. Do you, boo? So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just rambling. I don't even feel like I even fucking said anything that I really wanted to say. And this is another thing that I've been thinking. Like, I've been going at this like all super freelance and free-based. And I know you guys can tell, I have nothing written down. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know if this shit's gonna catch on. I have no idea. But I'm just trying anything I can. I'm throwing everything that I can throw out, hoping that something catches on. I'm going to try to start a podcast this weekend. I'm looking at going to some friend's house out in the subs. He invited me out to a barbecue and everything like that. And I told him that we could try to, because I want to talk to him about some things too. I told him I'd try to have a podcast with him and his brother and, some friends and his wife and shit like that. If she wants to jump on, which she probably won't. I love Lindsay, but I know her too well. She'd probably be like, I want to be on the camera. But I know she'll say some shit in the background, so I can't wait to hear all that. Because she be hitting us with some shit, man. I love her. But what I'm saying is you have to love yourself. Like, the way that you show yourself to people is how people are going to perceive you. So, and how they're going to treat you. So if you don't take care of yourself, if you're walking around dirty, dingy, stinking, whatever, people aren't gonna treat you well. You know what I mean? Like look at it like this. Like, when I was homeless and my ex was homeless too, and we weren't even together, but she had a car or a van or whatever, and I would put money in the car and we'd live in the van. But I'm the one who actually talked her into getting the YMCA fucking membership so we can shower and everything like that. Because, well, mostly me. She had, like, friends and relatives and shit she can go to and bathe. But she didn't care about herself. She didn't care how she looked. She didn't care what she was wearing. None of that. I always did. And she would get so fucking upset. She was a white girl. And she felt that because she was white, that people would treat her better than me just on merit, just on that alone, that she was white, so that she would get people would feel more sorry for her and treat her better. No, that's not how it played out. And she used to get pissed. Like, motherfuckers would just look past her and come straight to me and talk to me, and they would just think she was just like some street urchin. until I like acknowledged her, and then they'd be like, "Oh, she's with you." And there was one time where somebody thought that I was her PCA, and I had a person come up to me and like shake my hand and thank me for taking care of her. And we need more people like you who'll take care of people who are mentally disabled, or they didn't think she was like disabled. They thought she was uh, they thought she had like mental problems, you know, like schizophrenia or whatever. And I was like her PCA, or her drug coach or something. You know, I don't know what the fuck, you know, all the names of all the things. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, and she had more money than me. That's the fucked up part. Like, she had people, family members who was giving her money, and churches giving her money and shit like that. But me, I refused to ask people for money. I refused to call family members for money. I refused to ask friends for money. I refused to, you know, get help from fucking homeless shelters. Never been to a homeless shelter a day in my life. Well, when I was younger, I was in battered women's shelters with my family, because my mother was in battered women's shelters, you know, moving around and stuff. But she had 7 kids. She was a single mother. And I commend her, because never drank, never did drugs, never had men in the house, all that good stuff. You know, so my mom did some shit, even though she fucked me over, pretty much turned my family against me. I still love her, because she really made me the person I am. He made me the respectful person, confident person, everything like that. But the thing is I feel like if I can't make my success myself, what good is it? Like, if somebody was to hand me my success, that I wouldn't be able to take it for long. Like, if somebody like came up to me right now and was just like, "Here, have a house and have this and have this," like, there's a part of me that would try to justify it, because I am a really good person. I'm a selfless person. I try to help out people before myself and everything. So I would try to take it as like a karma thing. But at the same time, I'd feel like, no, I don't deserve this. I did not earn this. You know, like, I may have like done a lot of good things, and maybe this was my time to have something good come back to me. But at the same time, at that moment, I didn't do anything to earn this. I didn't work for this. So therefore, even if it was given to me, I would start giving it back to other people. Like, if somebody came up to me and just gave me money, I would start giving it back to other people. I'd just start fucking buying people's shit, because I'd feel like I don't deserve this, and it was given to me to help other people with. You know? I don't know. It's a stupid way to think, and especially when you're in the type of situation I'm in. Well, I'm gonna cut it here, because it's almost an hour-long video. I'm sorry. I know I ramble a lot, and I've been trying to hit this like the whole video. I've been holding this for like an hour, and I still haven't hit it yet. But I don't know, man. I need to find something. I mean, I'm gonna try to do like some more structured videos. Maybe do some research on things, and I don't know, write an essay and stuff like that, for the topics I want to talk about. I was thinking about doing maybe some comedy stuff, but I mean, this channel doesn't really seem like a comedy channel so far. Like, I have my spurts of hilarity, if you would, but I'm more of a deep thinker. I just like to talk about things, and hear from other people and stuff like that. And I have a lot of people that just come to me and just start telling me shit. Like today on the bus, I had like almost every single person who sat on the bus today had to come back and talk to me for some fucking reason. I don't get it. It's like a fucking big ass sign on my fucking chest that says, "Do you need to talk? Welcome. Come on down." Like, people just come and just start like all their life problems, and you know, I try to give them the best advice I can, and if they're saying something stupid, I'll try to like make them backtrack on it. Like, whoa, bro, you don't want to do that. Like, one guy was telling me like his a girl he messed around with puts him before her daughter and shit, and I'm like, that's not cool, bro. You should probably tell her that and not accept things from her when she's saying that her daughter's birthday can wait and she wants to get you something. Like, just as a fucking person. As a fucking person. I don't care how low life you are. Just as a fucking human being, you should just be like, okay, I understand you like giving me money and like buying me shit, but this time you need to get something for your daughter. Fuck me. Seriously. Like, if you don't think like that, and then I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. And I just hate women like that. Like, who puts a man above their kids? That pisses me off. It really does. And I'm going to stop this here, like, now, because I'm going to start getting mad now that I brought this up. So I'll see you guys later. Almost choked on some tobacco right there, if you guys saw that. I love you. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's so long. I'll try to start chopping them down a bit. If you like listening to me, again, send me a comment. Even if it's like, you fucking suck. That is better than nothing. It gives me something to work on. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. You can email me if you want to email me at the real Black Recluse at gmail.com. I need to make a Twitter page. I was going to make a Patreon, but I'm too small of a channel that I feel like I don't deserve a Patreon. I don't deserve people like donating money to me and stuff like that. I need to earn it. I need to earn a fan base. I need to earn my stay on this fucking platform. You know what I mean? And it may be too late because there's already so many people, and I think that YouTube is already peaked, you know? And I think that people are starting to move on to other things, but I don't know. Something needs to stick, and that's why I'm trying to just do as much as I can and work on as much as I can right now. Because, I mean, it's the same thing as like finding a job, man. And the best way to find a job is just put in a bunch of applications. You just keep on putting in applications. Eventually something's going to fucking stick. You know, somebody's going to call you back. Same thing with life. Just keep on trying different things. You don't stick to one thing. Never stick to one thing. Do a bunch of different things. Something is bound to stick. Because if you try to stick to one thing, it may not work. And if you don't have anything else if you're going to trash this and then start new somewhere else, like, it's a lot harder. I'd say, you know, trash this and already have something else going. And that's why I'm working on this novel. I mean, I started the novel before anything else, but, you know, it's... Okay, I'm really going to stop because I'm just rambling. Okay, thank you for watching. It's been Black Recluse. Bye, guys.